What's up, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to give you guys a very quick update on Tesla and the overall market. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total. This offer's been extended for just about another 2.5 months, so it's going to continue for the time being. So I'm going to continue to promote this. Anyways, now let's just talk about what's happening with the markets. So, as far as Tesla in the market is going, okay, we saw this sell off that started off in the morning, but as of right now, their buyers returning. They're trying to defend this market. We're seeing Tesla reclaiming 390 and pushing to 393. We're seeing SPY trying to reclaim 580, so it's a good sign. The market's still in the red, but there are buyers who are showing some signs of defending, so that's a good sign. However, just know that for tomorrow, it's going to be Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. And it's important to note that an hour before the market opens, we have the PPI data report coming out. PPI month over month, core PPI month over month, and then everything else on a year over year basis is going to cause some volatility. So we'll see if we get some decent numbers or not. We are expecting a slight increase in PPI on a core basis year over year, and also a slight increase on a year-over-year basis for all items. So we're expecting inflation to go up just a bit for PPI. So please keep that in mind. On top of that, tomorrow is going to be the last full trading day until CPI comes out Wednesday morning. We're also expecting numbers to be very similar to before, so we'll see what those look like. CPI is going to be very big for Wednesday as well. But my main argument is that the main data is going to be CPI, which causes the biggest volatility. And there could be some volatility that comes thanks to PPI as well. This will be another big catalyst. I want to mention that if you're holding anything overnight, so if you're holding Tesla, SPY, whatever tickers overnight, some small scalp plays or anything else like that, if you're trying to swing trade overnight for just a short period of time, just be very wary of the fact that we have data coming out that could affect how the market ends up moving. If we get good data tomorrow and Tesla tries to push, we want to try to reclaim this trend line. If we do that, we're going back up to 406 plus. If we reject off this and we don't end up getting good data, Tesla could reject back down towards the 384 area or below. So I'll be watching to see what the data leads to. Please be careful if you're holding anything overnight. But once again, you could still make a lot of money. So I'm not trying to tell you to buy or sell. That's your own choice. I'm just here just giving you guys the warnings. As far as SPY goes, if we get a bad piece of data, we end up losing 578. We're going to be coming back down to 575 or below. If we get a good piece of data and the market tries to bounce, you want to see SPY break past 582.5. If we manage to break past that, we're going up to 585, then eventually back up to this imbalance around 589. So there's going to be a nice bounce coming if we do get some good data. Yes is also going to be launching to about 58.80 if we get some good data. If we get bad data, we're dumping to below 58.25. Right now, yes looks a bit more bullish, so it's favoring 58.80 as a stronger possibility. On Nvda, we look a little bit more decent. We do have a gap to fill above. As long as we don't end up losing 130, we could be bouncing for 135 again. If we lose 130, we could be dumping more, but for now, I'm seeing some potential in this. For Bitcoin, we look a bit more bullish. As long as we don't end up losing 92,000, we could be looking for a move back up to 93,000 plus. 93,670 could be a nice potential target. On NQ, as long as we don't lose 20,800, we could be trying to bounce for 21,000 plus. So I see potential in this. And on the QQQ, I'm hoping that we also see a rebound. As long as we don't lose 500, we could be trying to push for 507 plus. So keep that in mind as well. On Apple stock, we have a gap to fill back up to 237. If we get a decent PPI/CPI, we could be pushing back up there. If we lose 230, we remain bearish, but this has potential to bounce. The Russell's also trying to bounce here. We filled our gap. We could be on our way back up to about 218 as long as this trend continues. So I see potential in this. To retest previous support, becoming resistance. For coin, I see potential in this. Try to rebound. As long as you don't lose 240, we could try to get back up to fill this gap at 257. So there's potential for it to bounce. Amazon's looking so right now. As long as we don't lose 214, this could be on its way back up to 220, then 222. So I see potential in this. Meta is also trying to rebound. We have a gap to fill up here around this 615 area. So watch to see if it ends up getting filled. Microsoft also has a gap to fill up here around this 419 area. As long as we don't lose 414, we favor that bounce. And Google has the same setup. We could try to fill this gap up here to about 193. So I do hope that does end up being the case. So I'm seeing that the market has gaps to fill above, and there's some buyers who are defending. The VIX got a big spike, and now it's rejected. So we have this like gap that's getting filled. And we have another gap down here to fill on the VIX. I think there's another one like way down here. So we'll see if the VIX gets a big rejection, if the market gets some kind of bounce. But at the very least, we might be coming back down to fill that gap on the VIX. This depends on the data. It depends on the big bank earnings and CPI. For now, we're looking for the next catalyst. It's going to be PPI first, then we have CPI coming out later. So just for tomorrow, get ready for PPI. We'll see if that launches the market higher or not. We're expecting a slight increase, so we'll see what the numbers end up looking like. For now, the market's building some momentum, and I'm a little bit more optimistic. Let's hope we end up getting some decent data to push this market up, and we'll see how things end up going. Anyways, if you're holding anything overnight, be careful knowing all this data is coming out. I'm just here to give you guys a warning about that. Until I see you guys again in a couple of hours, please have a good rest of your day and peace out.